Hey, what's going on, everybody? Longbox Love Affair here with a different kind of video. This is Batcave Comics sketch cover tag video. So Batcave Comics had some awesome sketches that he was showing off, and I was just happened to say in the comments, I was like, it'd be really cool to have other people show off their sketches, and the idea was born. And he started with his first video. I think it was yesterday, asking for everyone to show their sketches that they've received. And this is something that I love. I've loved getting sketches before I started YouTube. I actually got sketches in a sketchbook that I took to cons. I wasn't really going to a lot of cons, so every year I might get one or two sketches. One year I got zero because all the artists were booked up and I just wasn't savvy. And then this past, when was it? September, I started getting the blank covers and started asking artists to sketch on the covers and get them CGC'd. And those look so sweet in the casing. So without further ado, Batcave Comics gets the credit for this. But by the way, this is a tag video, so if you're watching this, consider yourself tagged if you have sketches and you show them off. So that means you. My first one you've probably seen in some of my hauls is my Havoc sketch by Ed McGuinness. Really love this one. Got it at Baltimore Comic Con this year. I had a pre-arrange to get on his list, and I wanted something a little different than he normally does. I'm a big fan of the Havoc, especially the classic Havoc costume, so was sure to ask him for this. So love this cover. Also at Baltimore Comic Con, I had to wait in line twice, or actually I tried to get in line more than that, but wait in line twice. First time, this artist was not doing sketches, only signatures. Second time, he was only doing as many sketches as he could get done within an hour and a half. So I went to Walt Simonson's table and got this awesome apocalypse sketch. This he did in maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, for free. He's very generous with his time. So if you go to cons and see Walt Simonson, check out his table. He will most likely be doing this again. He's always at the con I go to every year. Trying to make a more regular habit of it. But really love Apocalypse, a favorite character of mine. He has his standard sketches. So Apocalypse, Better Ray Bill, Thor. So, and they're all the same. He has his standard of what he does. And when he's doing it for free, you can't complain. I think it's an awesome book. So excited for that. One of my recent acquisitions, and I can't remember if the video I posted it yet, or I think it's in the queue. So you're getting an advance notice of this. You'll see this again soon, is Scarlet Spider #1. This is a Ryan Stegman sketch and colored by Edgar Delgado. This is one I bought off eBay, and I have another Stegman, which you'll see in a second, but this is one that I just couldn't pass up. That Scarlet Spider is crazy. Love it. And I'm a big fan of his artwork. I know, I think everyone's a critic of everyone, but his stuff is cool. And then the first Ryan Stegman, you've seen this before most likely, is X-23 and Wolverines. Got a 9.8. And I bought this from an Instagram seller. And it's the same colorist as well, Edgar Delgado. So those are my sketch covers, my blank ones. I'm addicted. I bought another one on eBay that's coming, so it's not in my possession yet. You will be seeing that soon. It's on its way. It's a Landmark Creator, a 9.8, a villain sketch cover, and I'm crazy about it, so I hope it looks as good as it did in the pictures. And then next up is my sketchbook. So I would go to cons and I'd leave my sketchbook with the artists. And the first one I got, as I go through this, was in 2014, George Perez. Doom, you'd probably recognize this pose, but Big Thanos fan. I think the villains are probably some of my favorites. And George Perez, got in line early the first day of Awesome Con in DC. It was the second con they did, second year of it. And he was doing sketches. And in fact, he was doing so many sketches that he missed his panels that were going on. So I was super excited to get this. My friend got Phoenix towards the end of the con. I think he was the last sketch that he got. And then I left my book after getting George Perez. I left my book to get it the next day. I went to Jim Calafiore, I think is how you say it, and he did a Killer Rye from Valiant Comics. And he was a big Valiant Comics person, artist, back when I was collecting in the 90s, at least collecting those books. And I was a big fan of Rye. And look at that color. It's like the flat color. It's just awesome. I should get a book for these. I have them in a bag. I have this book in a bag when I'm using it. And then I got one other sketch that day, at that con in 2014. Joe Rubenstein did a Wolverine sketch. He's kind of an interesting guy. He was a little gruff, but did a killer Wolverine and was excited to get that. He's done a lot of work, inking, artists, and so forth. And then a couple years after that, I think maybe this is 3 years ago now, maybe it was 2014, maybe it was 2015, I went to Baltimore and actually no, this was Awesome Con, it was probably the next year, and got Tom Rainey to do a Havoc. So you see I do like that character. I wouldn't mind him getting to do one on my sketch covers here. But love that Havoc. Look at that, that's pretty cool. Tom Rainey's a favorite of mine. I think his characters look a little different, a little cool. So, love these sketches. And then, at Baltimore, maybe in 2014, oh, actually, no, 2015, I met Mike Manley. And he was super generous. And he spent a lot of time doing this killer Darkhawk sketch. Just awesome. I showed off these sketches early in my beginnings of YouTube earlier this year, although maybe many of you probably haven't seen that video. So here you go. These are awesome. I am a huge fan of this. I kind of want him to do it on a sketch cover so I can CGC it. And then, I believe in 2016, Awesome Con, Mike McCone with a cool Spidey sketch. He got a little, almost like a trading card going on here. Awesome. So I really don't know what to do with these other than keep them in the sketchbook. Now that I've shifted from the sketchbook to the CGC books. But I know that CGC does verify these, but I think you still need the witness. And was that the last one? Yeah, that's the last one within the book. By far, my favorite is Darkhawk. Just a huge fan, and plus he did a whole body. A lot of the artists will only do the bust, and if you want a whole body, then you have to pay extra money, which is a lot. And not to say they're not worth it, because these artists are working for a living, but it's out of my bank. So yeah, that's my sketch cover and sketchbook tag video. Hope you enjoyed. I'm a big sucker for these things. If I have any sort of niche in my collecting, it's trying to find things that are hard to find, and trying to get the sketch covers, because I think those are super awesome. And I'm not trying to flip them. It's just they're signatures of my collection. They're things that I cherish. So yeah. So I'm trying to commit to go to more cons this year and scope some creators out. On my sketch wish list would be Jim Lee and Rob Liefeld, but I'm scared to even ask how much that's going to be, and if they even do that. I did try to get at Baltimore, I did try to get David Finch. He ran out of time, so I got my money back. I was hoping to get a cable one from David Finch. So if he comes back next year, I'm going to play the card of you denied me last year through his agent, and see what they can do, because they did say that next year they'd move me to the top of the list. We'll see if they remember. So that's it. I'm going to post some images of these just right after I sign off, so you can get a better look. And thanks for watching. Tag your it. Looking forward to seeing more of what you have. All right, peace.